Test. Okay, now I gotta check the levels. Okay, let's see. What are we doing? If we're able to do something. I don't know. I think audio's okay. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna turn down my headset for myself. That's pretty loud. Let me see. Alt tab. Hello. Okay, that's fine. Choose this other thing. Here. Here, music. Let's turn music volume down. Sound effects are fine. Yeah, mute audio when it's unfocused. Why can't I hear it? Yo, GG for the sub. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's not working. It is plugged in. This is plugged here. Maybe I need to turn it up a little. Dude, who's been messing with my fucking knobs? What the hell? No wonder I can't hear anything. The shit was really low. Ah, there we go. Yo, hello, what's going on? I'm doing good, how are you? Thanks for dropping by, appreciate it. Alright, let's see if our Let's see, that's working, I think. Yeah, yes I am. I am majorly in debt with several major credit cards because of that hobby. Yes. Here. Is this? Let's see. There. So there's a dilapidated looking build that I have going on right there. This is just supposed to be like a test bench. The main camera. And then the little side camera, that's another dilapidated build, but that's actually the gaming rig that I'm playing on. So this camera is basically, I want to see if the 12-volt high power connector melts. If it does, I want to catch it on camera, you know? Like I want a quick switch to the camera on stream and make sure that we show off, you know, if sparks start flying, we can show that. Does this also show it? Yeah, there you go. So this is what I was working on yesterday. This is just a build I'm trying to set up where I can just quickly, you know, test the GPU, like slap it in and yank it out. So that's like a Cooler Master, one of those box cases. What was it, a HAF XB or something like that? So let's see. Fine, hope your debts go away. I mean, you know, you have to whittle away at them, man. You have to chisel at them. You know, like you're sculpting something. You know, piece at a time. But yeah, it's one of my one of the things I like to do a lot. How about you? Any PC building history for you? All right, so now, in this game, hopefully we have audio sharing. Feel free to let me know if the mic is too high or too low, or vice versa, if the music is too high or too low. Okay, let's see if this kind of, it's okay. I think the capture is okay so far. It's a little washed out, but I don't know how to fix that. Where is all of my fucking... Alright, so let's see what kind of cases. So this is the first time I'm trying out PC Building Simulator 2. My experience is in number 1, the first one. And so let's just see, is this where you can report? Okay, alright. So that's just storage, okay. Okay. Yes, I get it. I get it. Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Tim. Thanks. Thanks, Uncle Tim. Thank you. No, I don't want it. I don't... Dude, this tutorial is very... I don't like tutorials that do this. Like, they just kind of lock you in to doing it. I don't want this. Alright, whatever. Oh, the fucking lag that we just went through. Can I put it on the ground? I don't want to put it on the table. Let's put it in the storage. Where can I put this at? Put it back. There we go. Yay. Alright, so we're gonna work here. Oh, sweet. Someone else in parts chose by my friend. For the previous month I upgraded RAM and this month it will be GPU. Oh man, how exciting. That sounds awesome, dude. Good for you. It is very fun, and there's a lot of good exercise for your, you know, like for strategy of, you know, what parts to get. One of the more fun things is trying to kind of like, how should I say it? But it's not necessarily budgeting is the fun part, but like what's fun is like trying to find parts within a budget that, you know, improve, you know, what you already have, that are better than what you have, right? Like to me that is a lot of fun. I love looking at reviews, you know, stuff like Jay's 2 Cents, Hardware Unboxed, the Jason guy from PC Builder, you know, and just like seeing all those results and then like, oh yeah, so if I got this GPU at a good price, this would definitely give me more frames in these games, right? I love looking into that. So exciting times for you, my friend. I wonder if they have Cooler Master in this. And if they do they have the old Cooler Master stuff or just like newer ones? Looks like mostly newer stuff, I think. I don't know. What would be like the closest thing to what I have on the table right now? I need like a cube. Maybe this one? Whoa, what the? Dude, you can't look at it. It just immediately gives it to you. Well, that's dumb. Let me see. Is it 2-chamber? Yeah, that's a dual chamber. No, it's not. Wait, so where does the... Oh, it's one of the... Okay, let's pick it up. How do you pick it up? No, there we go. Let's put that back. Let's try... What about test bench? Do they have test bench? I'm gonna upgrade CPU. Oh, cool. Yeah, same thing, man. That, to me, that's exciting too. CPU can have a major effect on your, you know, obviously productivity and things like that, but like gaming performance too can get a boost from your CPU, so that's awesome. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, trying to find, you know, motherboards or whatever that might be compatible, or, you know, even if it's compatible, you're hoping your motherboard can like run the CPU well and all that kind of stuff. Oh, that's cool. I don't see anything by that. What is this case storage crap? Bench? Ooh, here we go. We could just do it like a bench. Let's see. This is, I mean, I used the case and I just took all the side panels off of it. That's what's laying on my desk there. So I'll probably, you know, it's not going to be exactly the same, but this will be close enough. This one goes from Mini ITX to XL. Oh, both of them do, my bad. So then what's the difference? Just the color? Open frame, open frame. 3, 5, 2. Okay. Well, then I'll just get this one. Well, it's such a, look at it. It's like a, when you're used to seeing like an actual fucking case and then you put one of these on your desk. It's kind of weird. Missing parts. Of course it is. Oh, wait, hold on. I have a delivery. One moment. Yeah, the VRMs. Well, I mean, that sometimes that can be a reason for concern. You know, obviously depending on the CPU you get, but other times it's not a huge deal, and sometimes it's only going to affect your, like, maybe your ability to overclock. And depending on the CPU you're upgrading to, sometimes just the non-overclock performance, you know, is substantial enough that it, you know, it doesn't matter. You're still getting an upgrade, you know? All right. I wonder if they even have the motherboard that I have here. Let's see. What brand we're going with? EVGA. Oops. Can't even type. EVGA. Let's see if they have it. Dude, it was so cool if they have the fucking one. They don't. They don't fucking have it. 490, 270, X299. What a bogus load of shit. Alright, let's just look for X570 and we'll see what's closest to the EVGA board I have. X570. What would be even close? Or, you know what? Maybe I should just go overkill, and who cares? You know, just try to get the craziest one that they have in here. Oh, like, yeah, like we could get the MSI Godlike. That'd be freaking crazy. No, I want to get close to the freaking one I'm dealing with. Do they have any boards that have the RAM slots rotated up? I don't see one single freaking one that does that. What the heck, dude? Yeah, yeah, absolutely, GG. Or James, go ahead. You can absolutely, I mean, you know, I tried yesterday. I was trying to allow links in chat, and I don't know if I got it working or not, so feel free to give it a shot, and hopefully I fixed the bots to allow it. Well, so far we're not melting the high power connector. Well, I guess we'll just have to go with overkill then, because they don't even have any that have the rotated whatchamacallit. Max 4800, 5000, 4400. Well, you know what? Maybe this one, the crosshair formula, would be similar. So let's go with that one. Can I look at it? Yes, thank you. What? No, I'm trying to. It just did everything for me. All right, whatever. Are my settings low? What's going on here? Options. 60. We can try 120 maybe. I'm in full screen. Wait, what? Maximum quality. Wait, why would I? Why? Wait, what? No, I don't want this. Wait, hold on. Trying to see full screen. No, I want windowed borderless. Did this thing like reset everything without me knowing it? High quality. Why is it going to 50 hertz though? Because of Windows? Borderless? Alright, full screen it then. Let's go 120 hertz. Yeah, 1440. We don't need to run it at 4K. Okay, we'll turn that off. Music volume low, yes. Excuse me, why? Alright, they did a really crap job on this. I gotta say. Like, it's like as soon as you click away, it like forgets. So you can't do multiple categories of settings at once. You have to stay here. No, I want this off for the 5th time. Apply. Yeah, you can, if you don't mind, try out the link. If you don't mind, GG, because my intention is to allow them, you know, for like, you know, PC builds and things like that. But if something goes wrong, or if you want to do both, you can do both as well. All right, options. I think everything stayed now. Yay. Oh, that looks better, dude. That looks way better. Install. All right, what can we put a 5950 in it? Excuse me. There we go. 5950X. Let's go ahead and plop that puppy down. All right. Now, where is, we need the RAM. What did we have? Was it V color? All right, they don't have that. So let's just try to find 4266. Here we go. All right, so what would be the closest? Maybe some ADATA. Or these G-Skill ones. And they are 32 gigabyte sticks. Oh, so we gotta go with this one. We need 2 of these. Okay. Blah. Dude, those are crazy bling. What the frig? That's kind of ugly. That's ugly as hell, man. What the fuck? Oh man, what is up with my Discord here? Discord is broken. what else do we have? We also need... Oh, did I forgot to do this? Oh, motherboard memory. Okay, let's maybe put a couple 1080 Ti's on this puppy. Ti right there, Founders Edition. Because that's what I'm gonna be testing. It's a couple of these. Remove. Just take all these off. Come out of the fucking way. Oh baby, look at that. Oh, look at that. Dos. Duas. Yo, Jeet, welcome back, my dude. So, we have GG in the chat as well, who is going to be upgrading some parts on his PC. If you're still there, GG, I'm guessing maybe the link thing is broken still. So feel free to copy and paste, you know, just type it up. I don't know what's up. I think it's because I have multiple bots. Because I went into YouTube settings and I told it to allow links. And then I also went to Nightbot and I told Nightbot to allow links. But I think I also have like Restream Bot and a couple others, so if it blocks it, I'm sorry. It's not on purpose. That's not what I want it to do. Oh look, this, if I want it, this actually has liquid cooling. That's what this one has. Fucking tube this whole thing up. Alright, what else we got? We need a storage. So I'm using external SATA on my bench, so I might as well. Which one am I using? What is this? Crucial? Is there any Crucial branded shit in here? No? Okay, well what the frig? Well, what would be similar to Crucial? They probably all use Micron shit or something anyway. Alright, it needs to be... What is the size of this? I think this is just like 128 or something. Is there a way to like filter this shit? Oh, there is. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's go down and fits the PC. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we'll just do like a 240 just to play it safe here. Where are you allowed to put this damn thing at? What do? You put it on the side here? Let's see. Let's remove these. No? Wow, they won't let you just like hang it off the side. You can't do the Jones Jank build with PC Building Simulator, dude. Oh wait, yeah, wait. They have mounts down here. Yeah, we'll put it there. That's fine. Got the auto. Whatever. Okay, fair enough. This is gonna work. The link. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's up. I actively, like, Jeet was here yesterday, and I was trying to get the link sharing thing for my chat to work, but I don't know what's blocking it. I told YouTube to allow it in my settings, and then I told Nightbot. So there's gotta be, like, I use other bots, you know, like maybe like a Restream or Stream Elements or something. Something else might be blocking it. I just don't know. It's totally unacceptable, and I don't know what to do. But if you throw it in there, like we'll slap it in a build, dude. If you tell me what the parts are, well, that's what I did with I tried to do with Jeet's build yesterday. Is we just tried to find the closest parts, and we just like slapped it all together. Unfortunately, this simulator doesn't have, you know, the most exhaustive list of parts, so we just got the closest we could. Alright, now what else do we need? Let's get rid of... we don't need more storage. Power supplies. I want Seasonic, if possible. Can we just get that brand only? They don't have Seasonic. Why? Dude, what is this? Like, some kind of fucking... you need to be sponsored or something? The frig? Alright, so what would be the closest to Seasonic? Probably nothing. Alright, what about 12? The one I have... wait, what power supply am I in? Yeah, 1250. I'm using like a 1250. Alright, well, let's try 1200. Is there anything that's at 1300? That'd be kind of weird. Oh, there is. Now we'll choose a 1200. Silverstone. Thermal take. Oh, there's thermal take. Got a tough power. Yeah, let's throw a thermal take up in this son bitch. Let's do that. Now where does it want it? It wants it right there. Look at this one, like, does everything for you. I have the settings where it's like auto doing all of the stuff. That's fucking crazy. Alright, so got wires fucking hanging everywhere. Alright, now we need thermal paste. Thermal grizzly. Wait, what kind of paste is this? Okay. Let's put more. There we go. How do you get out of there? Okay. Now we need a cooler. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I'll do my best, and if there's anything I don't know, I'll just forward you to maybe some videos or something that might help. But I shall certainly try. I want a liquid cooler. How do you... here we go. Do they have these crappy NZXT ones? Let me see. NZXT. They do, actually. Okay. I think this is the one I have, right? Because it has the screen. Okay. Look at that. Just fucking does everything for you. Wow. Alright, so that's fairly close. And then we need a OS cloning. No, I need new OS. That's what I need. Go ahead and pop one of those in there. What else? Tools. No. I dare air dust everything, like even shit that is new. I have a problem. Just air dust it. Who cares? Fuck it. Yeah. Air dust that shit. Hey, can we add another fan to this thing? Do they have Noctua? They do not. Alright, whatever. Let's just let's just grab an Antec, I guess. Does this thing allow, does this case allow extra fans? No? It doesn't. Interesting. Alright, whatever. It does not allow it, so that's fine. Alright, so now let's go ahead and try to tell it to install. Omega system. Yay! Select wallpaper. Okay. What do we have here? Ooh, I like that. Damn, that's fucking cool. Alright, now let's add some programs. Go ahead. Go ahead. Dude, that's too real. I don't want... Whatever, dude. That's too many things. Who's beeping at me right now? Did I get a phone call? I did. Wait, what? Okay. I'm putting all the bloatware on this system. Look at it, it takes time. Just give it to me instant. Don't do this. Don't do this. Game, can I turn that setting off? I want instant. Like I click it, it's there. This is too real. I mean, technically it's better than, you know, normal because this is still faster than what normally happens. All right, GG. There we go. Let's see. Alright, we'll come back to this system. How do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? Exit like that? Ah, there we go. Alright, so let's see. We got a desk here. What do you got there? Gigabyte B450. You got an SSD. Okay. You got your HDD for the heavier storage stuff. Gigabyte P550B. Oh, you got an Ace Rock card. Okay, that's interesting. 5500 XT. Oh, watch out. My bots are spamming on one of my channels. Forgive me. What else you got here? Ryzen 5. You got a G-Scale 32. All right, so let's start. Let's see if this thing has that. All right, I'm just gonna pick a generic case for now. I'll just grab this one. I don't know anything about this case, but I'm just gonna grab it for now, so we can just slap in the parts. Let's get that off. Take that off. Take the fan out, just so we fucking start from the beginning. What is this? Dry bay. Whoa. Yeah, just take everything off. Take it all off. Get it out of here. Yeah, take all these things off, man. Take all these things off and start fresh. Oh, what the hell did I just do? I clicked on the... There we go. All right, cool. Now, let's see if they have any 450 style motherboards. Here's a 450. Your particular one has the S2H designation, but it is a gigabyte. So, let's see. Just pick only gigabyte for now. Okay. And then chipset. Let's see what we could do. We'll just pick only the 450. Oh, that's the only one. Okay, so the closest one we got is this one. All right, we'll try it out. We'll see what we're dealing with here. It sucks that they don't have like a way. Maybe there's mods for this where you can add like way more stuff or something. I'll have to look into that on another day. And then you got, so the Ryzen 5 1600, is that what you have right now? So we'll put that in first. The CPU. Where is it? 1600. Let me see. Yes. Boom! Look at that. Got that CPU in there. Let's go. All right. And we got where's your RAM? G-Skill? Okay. We got a 32 gigabyte G-Skill kit. All right, nice. Let's go. I want G-Skill brand. Where's the brands? Let's just get G-Skill. Okay, and then we have obviously DDR4. And it is a 32 gigabyte kit, right? So it'd be 2 times 16. All right, so then we need to change this to this. And then the speed, we're looking for like 3600. Okay. See what we got here. Oops, I kind of borked that. Let's go down a little bit here. 38, there we go. 3600, 16. Now obviously this has, you know, this is a different heat spreader and all that junk, but that's what we could choose from them. So sorry, this is not gonna go at all. That's what I did on mine. The closest I could find was the G-Skill like bling bling RAMs. Look at that. All right, what else we got here? You have 128 gigabyte for your OS. Okay, let's get that. Where is, oops, storage? And type, I want it to be an SSD. Bring this down like that. See if they have any 128 GB. They have 120s, which is close enough. Usually they end up being the same in some cases. It just depends on which calculation they're using on their advertising, which it kind of sucks. I don't like that about hard drives and SSDs, is they kind of advertise it in a bad way in my opinion. So we'll grab this one. We're gonna put it, I say put it at the bottom. That's how I would do it. And we plug that into the SATA, and then we'll add power once we get a power supply. Nice. You're going with the Samsung Evo? Okay. We'll switch that out. Let's pull this one. Which one is your OS drive? The 128? Yo, Kevin, thank you. Let me turn up the mic. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for dropping by. Let me see if I can pull it a little bit more. Where's my mic settings? Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna pull the mic up a little bit and turn the music down a little bit as well. Hopefully that'll balance it out. Let's see. Appreciate it. All right. We'll just use the Samsung Evo. We'll use that one as the, if they even have a freaking Samsung. They probably don't. Let's see if they do. They do not. All right. So just for shits and giggles, we will probably grab, I don't friggin' even know. How about Kingston, I guess. We'll just grab a Kingston one. We can find a 500, 512, 480. All right, let's grab that one. So there's our 500-ish, and then we'll add the 128 gig, or 120 in our case, sorry. We'll put that one there. So we have 500, 128, and then you have a spinner drive. I wonder if that fits on the back. Oh, no, this one has a spot right here for it. So let's add that while we're at it. Type HDD. Where's the 1 terabyte? Right here. We'll do this one. More Tony. That's a funny brand. Grab that one. Look at that, dude. I'm doing the lazy way. I didn't change the setting where you have to do the cables yourself, so I probably should change that. This is kind of, it feels kind of cheesy. 128 is your OS, nice. Okay. Boom, boom. And then your memory, we did that. Motherboard. Graphics card. You got the 5500. Let's see if that one's in here. What brand? Ace Rock. I don't have the Ace Rock, so we could try to just do. I wonder which one would be closest. Ace Rock, sometimes it depends. Which one did you get? The Phantom? Sometimes they overclock those pretty decently, so probably would go for, it might be in the 1700 range. I don't know offhand. I mean, it could be an 1845, an 1800 range. That's what MSI is claiming. Let's go with this Asus ROG. Just to fucking slap something in there. Dude, that's a pretty big fucking card, dude. What the hell? For this little case. Alright. Bum, 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 bum. And then your power supply is at 550-ish. Let's see. See how close we can get to that, if at all. We got a 560 watt. That's pretty close. Let me see. Let's see if they have any 550s. Just checking. Yeah, they do. They do. FSP, ADATA, Corsair, or Cooler Master. Yours is a gigabyte. Does B stand for bronze? Let me look it up on Amazon. Let's see what we got here. Copy. Just throw it on Google. Dude, why am I hitting the wrong keyboard here? Yeah, that one's a bronze. So it'd probably be, is it modular? Single rail protection, non-modular. Okay. So probably we'll go with this Corsair one. That's probably the closest. What's the dimensions? Let me see how big this one is. Where's the specs here? So the P550, the dimensions are 150 by 140 by 86. So, oh, actually it's closer to the ADATA because it's 150 millimeters long. So that's going to be the closest to the size that yours is. Right there. There you go. Then you have an EVGA T3. Is that your cooler? I haven't heard of that brand, or if I have, it's like been a while. Oh no, that's your case. Okay, cool, cool. So now I can see your case. Yeah, it's similar. Your case is nicer though than this one. But generally that's, you know, it's about the same as far as the formatting. So that's a nice case, dude. What else you got here? All right, so what kind of cooler do you want on this bad boy? Do you have the cooler that comes with the CPU, the Wraith cooler? We can see if they have that. I couldn't find it when I was using PC Building Simulator 1. Oh yeah, they have it here. I tried to add this one, but in number 1 it didn't have it. Oh wait, we need thermal paste. Hold on. Let's remove it. Oh, it won't let me. It won't let me use the X. Look at that. Xbox. Oh man, hold on. Clean. We gotta clean it, man. We did too much paste, guys. Too much paste. Gotta clean it. Okay, let's go back. Let's see. A dab will do ya. There we go. That should do it. So a lot of times I'll end up, it depends on the paste I'm using, but a lot of times I like to use like a piece of like an old credit card, and I'll spread the paste myself and get it from corner to corner in all directions. But yeah, this works good too. It just depends on your preference. As long as you put enough there, and then your cooler heatsink, as long as it makes good contact and enough like mounting pressure, usually you're just fine. So all right, let's go back to the cooler. Let's see, where is the CPU? Is right there. So where's the there we go, there's the fan cable. What? I guess we'll just put it that way. That way you can fucking read it. And then it plugged itself in, so that's fine. Stock cooler. Okay. Yeah, so depending, you know, the 1600s, they probably came with, a cooler that's similar to this. It just doesn't have the RGB fancy stuff, but similar performance. So you'll have basically, the downward blowing fan. That's normally what they have for those. All right, now what else? I think we're good. So now we can try to install this pretend fake operating system that this thing has here. What we got here? We'll put it on one of these red ones. That should be USB 3.0. Hopefully that's faster. Okay. Missing cables. What cable am I missing here? Fan is plugged in. Hard drives. Cable. Let's see. It's not reaching for some reason? Why isn't it reaching? Do we need extension? Let's see if we need an extension. Or do we need an adapter? Is that what we need? Let's see here. No. CPU came through. I guess we'll put a case fan. Maybe it just needs the case fans hooked back up. Oh, this one didn't come with any. We'll just throw some Antex in here. Let's throw some fans in here. Wait, that's backwards, my dude. Remove that shit. Don't fucking do that. That's backwards too. Why is this shit backwards? Why would anybody do that? There we go. Okay. Unless it's reverse blade. These aren't reverse blade, are they? No. Okay. And I would populate all these, even if you get like free stuff, or not free, but cheaper fans. So it doesn't fit if you put that one down there. Okay. Let me see. Storage. 1 GB. Right there. Let's put on the bottom. See if it lets us, just to see if it lets us put another fan there. Let's do one of these. Yay, there we go. What cable are you missing, my guy? Fuck it, we'll put one right there too. Shit. can't fit one there, that's fine. Okay. Is one of the hard drives not able to connect? Alright, let's see. You see, I'm used to the jank. When I build, I leave some of this stuff off. It doesn't matter to me. YouTube's telling me to take a break. Okay, YouTube, chill, man. But yeah, your build's fine. Like, as far as you were worried, like if there was something like that would be bad. I don't think so. You know, I mean, you know, obviously every, you know, motherboard layout will be, or case layout might be slightly different, but there's nothing really here that you would have to like worry about seriously. You would just you know, if, like, for example, this fan didn't want to go here, so if you run into like issues like that, you can make it. Or like, let's say this graphics card is like really close and you can't put your SSD here on your case, you would just, you know, you can put it wherever you want, obviously. You know, so sometimes that happens when you're building things, is like, or PCs, you know, it's like, oh, well, that doesn't fit or some crap, and that's no big deal. What's a big deal is if you have like this right here GPU, but you have like a very small form factor case or something maybe, and then this doesn't go in there, then you need another case, or you need to get real creative and cut the hell out of it or something. And then the other major concerns are CPUs and GPUs are the most power hungry things, and you have a 550 watt power supply. If you go up too high of performance on either of these items, you know, you might want to upgrade your power supply. But for these two components, you should be fine with the 550. All right. And like for me with this game, one of the things I don't like is I don't like that you can't just like kind of jank it up if you want. And what I mean by that is, you know, if I wanted to put one of these off to the side and just plug it in just to test it, that, to me, that's more real. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's put the front panel back on. Dust filter, where's that go? Right there. Drive bay. I guess I could have used that on the back, but I don't need it. That's okay. And then you can't start it with your case open. See, it's saying incomplete case. That's whatever. Okay, so now we have that. Yeah, that's gonna work pretty good. Now we power this puppy up. Come over here. So so a lot of people will tell you the first thing you do is, like, for your RAM and stuff, like turn on Expo or XMP and things like that. I agree, but I disagree. Like, don't do any overclocking, whether it be CPU or RAM, until, like, do everything base settings, even though when you change your CPU, most of the time your BIOS is going to, like, give you a warning and tell you to go in there and adjust your settings. What I recommend is doing just stock, normal, let the BIOS do its normal default settings. Don't mess with that. And then boot into your operating system first and get all your drivers going. Make sure the thing runs okay. Don't put a lot of time and effort into overclocking, and then find out there's a component you need to return because it's not working right. So you have to call whoever you bought it from and say, yo, this thing doesn't work good. You know, first just boot everything stock, right? And then get everything updated in your OS. If you're installing a new operating system or cloning or any of that kind of stuff, do all of that first, right? And then once you've got all of that done and it's running okay at just default overclock or default clock settings for your RAM and your CPU, then you can go into your BIOS. You know what I mean? So let's just do a system info check here. Let's go. So you can see here, we have our RAM is not running at its XMP or Expo settings. We're only at 2666. And then I guess a lot of motherboards will just throw an overclock at your CPU automatically sometimes. So it just depends on the motherboard. Let's see what we got here. There we go. So we're just at 36, all that. So you would just, you know, pretend that you, like by going through something like PC Building Simulator or like watching someone else building it, just kind of like visualize it, that you're going to make sure your Windows works first, or Linux, whichever you're using, right? Make sure that thing works fine. And then during some of your driver updates and things like that, it's obviously going to tell you to restart. Do all of that. Just keep doing that. Get your new drivers for a graphics card if, you know, while you're at it. And then once you do that, then you can go in your BIOS and apply the Expo settings. That's just how I recommend it, you know? So you would just get in here and let's see what we have. XMP. Remember, sometimes it's called XMP, sometimes it's called Expo. There's different names for it. And then a lot of times there might be more than one profile. So there might be XMP1 and XMP2. So sometimes one has a higher clock, but the timings might be looser. So these timings, the lower these numbers are, the better the latency is. But there's a trade-off because it's hard to overclock things where you have higher speed and very low or tight timings. So sometimes you have to go higher on these if you want to push this higher, or vice versa. If you want to push these lower and tighter, then you'll be taking this lower maybe. You know, it depends. But usually just hit up the XMP settings. And then for me, the next thing I do is I always do XMP first, and I don't fuck with CPU overclocks at all until I test XMP by itself, right? So I'll set my XMP that I want, whether it's 1 or 2, and then I'll apply and restart. I'll go back into the operating system, play some games, you know, do some productivity, watch some YouTube, all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, you might even do like a mem test or one of those softwares that allow you to test your RAM stability. 5700X, okay. Yeah, I can see, I don't know, off the top of my head. And then if that works, then you can freaking, you know, go in and try to mess with your CPU overclocks, right? Okay. Let me, how do you pick something up? Oh, there we go. Let's throw that in there. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's grab this. Put that in there. Okay. Yeah, 5700X. That one takes a little bit more juice, right? X. Oh, I keep typing on the wrong keyboard here. 5700X. Go. All right, and then Ryzen 1600. All right, so what's the TDP? 5700X. And then we gotta see, does that work with that motherboard? On, what is that, B450. Yeah, so, you would have to check with your motherboard's BIOS, and we can try to look that up, but just make sure you update your BIOS to the newest BIOS on your motherboard, on your Gigabyte 450. Make sure that updates all the way. So let's go ahead and look. Let's go ahead and look at a Gigabyte real quick. And sorry, my screen share thing is not set up properly because I got it set for the game right now. Bloop, bloop. So they are advertising it to be supporting 5000 series. Okay, let's check out the support page. What's the newest BIOS for this thing? So depending on what BIOS you're on right now, like if your BIOS is really old, then maybe you do a couple of, you know, I don't know why I'm always paranoid and people always tell me you don't have to do that, don't worry about that. But if I ever have a motherboard and I'm like on BIOS version 1, 2, 3, like one of the oldest BIOSes for that motherboard, and then they have like 50 updates, different BIOS versions, I always get paranoid about going directly to the newest BIOS. Though they're supposed to test for all of that, right? They're supposed to test it if you're at version 1 and you go to version 50. The people who make BIOS and microcode and all that stuff, they're supposed to test all that out. But I don't trust them to not make mistakes, so I always like to go a little bit at a time. So if I was that far away, I would like upgrade to like BIOS 15 and then go to 25 and then 35 and work my way up to the number 50. Especially if you look through the list, and there's like red stuff in the like on Gigabyte, they say make sure you follow the steps under BIOS F40 and stuff like that. To me, that means there might be things you have to do to get safely to the newest BIOS. But their newest one for that board is F67G, so can you, does this thing have like a freaking browser? That'd be crazy if it had like a browser inside of this game in the computer that actually went to the internet. Maybe it does, but I don't see it. Let me see. Maybe out here at my workbench. Wait, what? Where's the pewter at, man? Where's the pewter? Do I have to freaking set one up? Where's my pewter? There's a printer. Whoa, that's cool. Before I updated, it was F60C. Okay. And it doesn't exist on the support page? Yeah, so don't freak out. That does happen. Sometimes they have a version, excuse me, they have a version they ship it with that is similar to what they give to you to download. But maybe, you know, maybe they'll designate them as a different name. So that's not the end of the world. You just got to, what I would do though is I would double check, you know, that you have the right BIOS for your board. No, your English is good. Your English is better than any of my language ability in any other language. So you're doing great. RAM auto switched. Oh, okay. Yeah, if it auto switches, just, yeah, that's fine. I just meant, like, I don't like to do it myself. Like, if I just let the motherboard do what it does, and then I get everything ready in the OS and make sure the thing is stable and running good, then I go back to the BIOS, and then if it hasn't, then yeah, then I apply it. And if it's already applied, then awesome. So you're at F66 now. Oh yeah, you're good, man. Let's see. When did they add? Let's see when they added 5,000. So they added 5,000 support at F60. So you should be golden. Everybody has a different opinion of this. Some people say don't upgrade your BIOS unless you need to. And that's because, you know, it's easy. You can ruin your motherboard. Like if you're updating your BIOS and you have a power outage, you could brick it, and that would suck because then you have a, you know, a very expensive item that doesn't work at all. So, but just personally, I like to be on the latest BIOSes. And so far I've been lucky. I haven't had any, you know, power outages while I was updating or anything like that. So it's up to you. As long as it's not a beta BIOS, personally I would update to the newer BIOSes. They also protect you from, like, you know, there's certain vulnerabilities that viruses or hackers can take advantage of that they fix in newer BIOSes. So. Yeah, and then back to whether or not your motherboard can handle. Sometimes it's your CPU that's not able to handle the RAM, and sometimes it's your motherboard, and sometimes it's both. I've had situations where, you know, I've had RAM, I couldn't get the XMP to work, but by getting a newer CPU, it was able to work. And then I've had other situations where I would change CPUs and still not be able to use the XMP or the overclocks on a RAM. But even on a different motherboard with the older CPU, I was able to run those overclocks. So being able to get XMP to work is kind of like a cooperation between motherboard and CPU. So It's possible by upgrading your CPU, you might be able to flip those back over to a higher higher overclock on the RAM. And then as far as CPU, that's the same thing. Sometimes it's not your motherboard, it was just that CPU, you know, because CPUs are silicon lottery. And it's not just your motherboard that determines if a CPU can overclock, it's the CPU itself. And so a newer CPU, you know, and if you get lucky on the silicon lottery, which basically that just means that, you know, every CPU is different, even if they're the same model, you know, upgrading, you could come out real good, man. You never know. All right, let me see. I was trying to see if this game had like some kind of internet browser inside of it, because that would be an easy way for me to like, we could like look at the BIOS stuff together, but alas, it does not. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna update this CPU to what you are, and shut down the computer. Don't do what I just did. This is a game, sorry. That was kind of stupid. Yeah, that would be bad. So let's not do that. Don't do what Jones does. Jones is a Momo sometimes. All right. Now we can go ahead and take this out. And we can attempt to throw a 57. Ryzen 7 5700X in this. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, game. Where is the 5700X at, my dudes? 5600. All right, we'll just type it in because I don't fucking see it. 57. They don't have that. Okay. All right. What's the next closest thing? Let's filter here. And what we got here? Socket? No. Okay, whatever. I think the closest thing they have here is a 5600X. Wait, let me see something. Hold on. Let me turn that off. Now, can we find the 5700? No, they just don't have it at all. Well, that doesn't make any sense. PC building simulator. Why would you not have the 5700? That doesn't make any sense, dude. All right, well, let's put. So the 5700X will be better than this one. I'm not sure how much better, but it will be better. Sorry, I don't know what happened. There we go. I don't know what's wrong with these guys. Removed components. Wait, what? Dude, what the frig? CP. Oh. Hello? There we go. That's all hooked up. Then I think the 5700X will come with that type of cooler, right? Shit. Let me see if it does or not. I think it does. Because those are pretty nice looking coolers. I like the Prism coolers. Nope, 5700X doesn't come with a cooler. The 1600 did. Let's see what kind of cooler it came with. We want to see. It should be good enough, but you never know. It has a Wraith stealth cooler. Hope anybody shows some pictures of it. See all photos. Yeah. It should be fine, but just, you know, just keep an eye on it. If it's running hotter, just know you can get some really good coolers. Like Thermalright type coolers. Let's see what they got in this. Do they have Thermalright at all in this thing? They have Thermaltake. Well, anyway, they have like coolers like this by Cooler Master, Thermaltake, Thermalright. Thermalright makes some really good coolers. And so these would be something you could upgrade to if the cooler you have right now is not sufficient. And then with these type, obviously you can do just a push through, or you can put another fan on the back of it, depending on the model. Obviously you could do it like a push pull. So go over here. Bum, 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 bum. Dude, this is fun. I like this. What the hell? I wish getting new parts was like this, you know? No credit card required, just, you know, just pull it out of a magical storage closet. This is not how it would normally be. Most of the time, if you change your CPU, you'd have to go back in the BIOS and apply the XMP or Expo settings. You would have to do that manually. For most BIOSes, that's how it works, but you know, depends, I guess. So just keep that in mind. Now, do we have a power calculator thing? GPU tuner. Power monitor, there we go. Let's see what this thing says. How much power are we pulling? And then we'll try out 3D Mark, I guess. I don't know. This is all simulated, so I don't know. Hopefully, I would imagine it's fairly accurate. What are we doing right now? Where's total? So, but this is a 5600X. So it's gonna pull less power than what the 5700 is. All right, now let's open up this thing. Dude, really? Can you keep this on top? Is there a way to do that, game? Because you can do that on real life stuff. You know what? We might even, we'll throw in like the next level up CPU that should pull even more power than what a 5700, and we'll just see what that looks like. I don't know. Oh man, I don't even have my multi-stream chat on. I'm a dummy dumb. I'm a dummy dumb. Whoa, buddy. Sorry, my son's going a little bit crazy. Hi. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? You know how to ride that?
He's going to take a bath.
Oh, okay. Wait, I'll be right there in a moment. All right. So, looks like we were pulling max 250. Really? All right. Well, hold on a second here. Let's try to do real. Let's do shutdown. The heck was that? Someone threw an alert. I missed it. My apologies. All right, let's take that. It's clean. Let's take that out. All right, let's just get the most crazy 5000 series CPU that we can put in this thing. Most power hungry shit there is, because I want to see how much power would a, here we go, let's just throw one of these on here. The 5950X should use way too much power. And again, this is simulated, so you know, double check. There we go. Get rid of that. Now let's put that other cooler on. What was it called? Raised or something like that. Let's just throw this on there. Probably wouldn't want to use this for a 5950X, but whatever. I'm just curious. See if this thing will friggin' work. Then where's my side panel? Here we go. Let's throw that on it, and then power it back up. And let's see, 5950X, 5950X, sorry. And power monitor. So current overall hitting about 130. Let me see, system info. Are we running at 3200? I haven't, let me see. Yeah, so we're still doing 3200. Okay, that's fine. And then let's see if we can get I guess we'll just do 3D mark. That way we can see what is the highest amount that it hits with that CPU. So I think you're good, GG. Sorry for how long it's taken me. You know what? Actually, also, I shared this same YouTube channel with Jeet yesterday. Let me see. Watch this guy as well. This is a good channel to watch. He does a lot of builds of every every budget levels, and he tweaks people's builds like what you're sharing with me. You can tweet him, and sometimes he'll do it on his channel, on his YouTube, and he'll like tweak what your ideas are. Oh. All right, hold on. I will be right back, folks. So like I said, I'll be right back, but according to this, the max you should hit is 300 watts, even with a 5950X. So I think it appears as long as your power supply is in good shape, you should be okay. So let me see. Yeah, GPU is a heavy hit. Definitely, definitely. But yeah, all I'm trying to say is I think you're safe. Just, you know, it all depends on that power supply, in my opinion, a little bit more than the motherboard. You know, if it's a very old power supply or whatever, I never know how to recommend. I never know how to recommend when it comes to power supplies because it's just a lot of variables that could go wrong. All right, what was I going to try next? You know what we could do? Let's put the lowest power supply possible in this thing. This is not the best. thing to, let's see. Let's take this bad boy out. And let's see, what is the the lowest? So that way, if that power supply can run it, you know, theoretically, just theoretically, you know that you're safe. That's how I like to think about things. So like this one's only 500 watts. We can try that one. There's a 250 watt. That's probably not going to do it. That is probably not going to do it. Usually I like the rule of thumb where, you know, whatever your total system power is, double that on power supply wattage capacity. That's just, I know it's probably a dumb way to do it, but I just feel safer. So like if I notice that I'm using 200 to 250 watts, or when I look it up online, that's how much it's using, then that's when I like to have a 500 watt power supply, or 550, you know, whatever I can catch the best sale on. And then after that, you know, I try to find out, you know, the sales of, you know, whether or not can I get a gold, 80 plus gold version, things like that. Then I'll look at those things. But theoretically, the 350 should be able to handle this system, theoretically. You know what? No, I want to see how accurate this freaking game is. This game is not accurate, right? So instead, oh, bronze, that's good. Yeah. And you didn't do heavy usage? Ah, perfect. Yeah. So it should be good. That wear and tear definitely is a big part of it. I'm gonna throw that 250 watt in there. Does it even have enough cables to fucking do this? This is not recommended. This is probably dangerous in real life, IRL. So I just want to see if this thing, like, will it like show you, okay, that doesn't work, like when you try to boot up? Probably not. It's probably going to run it and not care. We'll even put like a crazy GPU in this if it'll let us. All right, system info. Yeah, temperatures are high because this is the remember, I still have that 5950X in here, which is more power hungry than the 5700Xs are. Okay, RAM is still set to that. Where's the power thing? Oh, power monitor. So yeah, we're still using the 130. What if I push it to 300? What does this power supply do? Does it crap out? Will the computer like shut off? Like it theoretically? Yes, look, it does. Look at that. Wow. I can't believe it. This thing is fairly accurate. That is cool. All CPUs and GPUs? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. Why? I'm gonna load up after this PC Building Simulator 1, and we'll see if it has, maybe on that one. Remember, I'm doing, this one's number 2, which is only on the Epic Game Store, as far as I know. And I have also number 1 on Steam, so I'll load that one up next. All right, so let's power this off. Okay. let's remove. Oh wait, you gotta take this off. My bad. Let's remove that. So let's try. Let's try the 350. So theoretically, the 350, even though it's, you know, it's only a little bit higher than what you use, which I don't recommend. This should do it. This should do it. All right. Okay, let's throw this on there. Power on. Come over here. System info. Let's check everything. Pretty much running the same as before. Okay. Wait. Have everything the way we had it. Okay. So 350 watt power supply. We're cutting it close. Can it? Like, will it handle that? I don't know. IRL, I wouldn't do this. Like, I would not like be trying to see how low I could go with the power supply. So 550, you should be like, you should be golden, dude. Absolutely. All right, so we made it through, and highest we hit was, you know, we'll call it 300. So yeah, your 550 is going to be fine. Let's go ahead and shut this down. Oh wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. Put that back on there. All right, let's grab it. We're going to store this because we want to use this again later. There we go. Now I'm going to exit and let's load up building simulator number 1 and see. Yes, I'll quit. See how it goes. Oh, and I still have be right back on. My bad. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I'll be ending it after this. So I am curious about whether or not. Where is PC building simulator play? I'm just curious if they have the 5700X on the first one. Switch over. All right, I don't want that music copyrighted, so hold on 1 second. Okay. So hopefully the music from this game is gone. All right. So that's the build we did with Jeet yesterday. I'm gonna put some of these away. Hold on. What is this thing? That's a crazy looking case there. Where's my storage? There we go. Actually, let's store this stuff. Alright, cool. Now, let's get a case. I just need a normal case. Wait, is it the wrong thing? Oh yeah, it's over here. So let's get a case. Case. Let's do this P6 just like we did on well actually no wait, hold on. Let's try a different case that has micro, whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, something like this. No, where's the normal looking fucking... I need a window on it though. Some of these don't have windows. I need to be able to see. It's a filter. For gaming, I've got shit on by Stalker 2 and more titles will have high requirements. Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, a lot of these games are like, I don't know, I guess they are in a way pushing graphics, but in my opinion, I feel like this is just personal feelings and a lot of people hate me for this. I think in some cases game development went backwards, especially when it comes to optimization, because I come from an era in the 90s where almost any work computer could run something like Half-Life or Doom, you know what I mean? Like, for that era, those games were amazing, right? And so to me, game development was about making that shit run, and you didn't need crazy hardware in most cases just to run these games in very playable conditions, right? And you know, there were exceptions obviously, and you know, it may have not, you couldn't have turned everything up like as far as resolution and all that kind of stuff, of course, but I just feel like modern day game development is just well, you know, if they can't run it, you know, then whatever. Like, they don't really pay attention to, I think we should be further along on optimization than what we used to be, or at least where we're at right now. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe micro to mid tower. Let's see what we got here. Went all the way to the bottom here. There's some Silverstone, maybe a Silverstone case. Yeah, let's just grab that Silverstone. This is another, I don't know everything about a lot of cases, so not really familiar with it. Now this one I have the setting on where I have to, like, see, I have to undo each freaking piece there. Let's go ahead and do that. So we can, come on now. Okay, that's fine. No. All right, now CPUs. Do they have a 5700? They don't have it here either. What the fuck? They have the 5600. They have the 5800. That's so dumb. Well, this time we'll just throw a 5800 in it. That's whatever. That's what we'll be using. Motherboards. 450 M. Let's see. I mean, as far as looks, this is similar to the one you have. I don't know. Obviously, it probably is different when it comes to specs, but looks-wise, it's pretty similar. There you go. Dude, no fucking way. This is taking longer because of every one of these I have to do. Alright. Whatever, man. Well, no. Actually, we're going to do 5600 on the CPU because it should be... Where's my CPUs? Here we go. That way you know that what you're building is going to have better specs than what this one is. Oh. Let's put some thermal paste. Memory. This is it for 3200. Oh, it's not sharing. Oh. My OBS is not grabbing it. Let me restart my OBS. I have two different. I have OBS and Streamlabs running. Let me see if I can just restart it real quick. See if it grabs it. Yay! Okay, thanks for the heads up, man. Yay, we're back. All right, cool. And what are we looking for? 3200. 3200. 3200. 16. 3200. 16. Where the heck? All right, do I have to type that in there too? 16. 16. Alright, let's throw some rip jaws in here. Put two of those. Oh. Dude, I hate that you have to go back and grab another one. It's kind of... Alright, what else we gotta throw on here? Some cooling. It's the closest to the stock one. I don't know what that would even be. On this version. This one I think is lower tier than the stock coolers that come with the AMDs, so that's fine. So yours technically should be better than this one. Power. Find the 550s that they got here. Let's see what kind of bronze ones they have. There's a bronze right there. Boom. Nice. Oh, I gotta take this off first. Not bad. Install. Booyah. Yeah. Okay. And then we got a 128 storage. All right, we'll try a 120 then. 120 SSD. Let's try. Yeah, we'll do the same thing that we did before. Put one of those there, and then we got the 500. Samsung. I don't have Samsung here, so maybe we'll just do colorful. Do a 480 colorful. It's close. A little less storage than what you got. And then we'll put our 1 terabyte here somewhere. Let's see, 1 TB. We'll just do this Barracuda. It's the same brand as yours. So there we go. We got those. And then what else do we need? Graphics card. Let's see if they have the 5500 in here. They do. Which ones do they have? They don't have the Ace Rock here either. Go with the Gigabyte this time. I think we did the Asus last time, so let's throw the Gigabyte in there this time. Perfect. Okay, let's remove that so we can put some fans up here. So we got 1 fan back here, that's fine. Let's throw another fan. We'll just do the bare minimum fans here. Arctic F14. There we go, that's fine. Let's see if we have the right flow through. Yeah, there we go. Again, I would like put all the fans that you can in there. That's just me. But we want to see like the bare minimum. If we can get it to work really well. All right, so let's do this. This will be your OS. We'll just put that to the top one. This will be your fast game storage. And then this one can be for your like pictures, video, your mass storage. Okay. Then we'll take this. Whoops, sorry. Put that there. Take this one, put that there. And then this front fan can go right there. There we go. And let's hook up our I/O, our power button, and all that stuff. Okay. Let's do our power supply stuff. Let's connect. Excuse me. Thank you. SSDs and hard drives. Get those hooked up. Dude, game. What the heck? It's right there. I see it. Okay. So power supply. All right. Then what is this one? What am I? Oh no, I don't want to hook that yet up. Okay. And then we need one of these. One 8-pin PCI. Then we need to do our motherboard 24-pin. And then it looks like these usually just have one 8-pin EPS for your CPU. Okay. Seems good. And then, dude, if I could grab the right cables, monitor, plug in our mouse and keyboard, plug in our power, and then we got, of course, it tells you gotta put all this stuff back on. Yay. Come over here, side panel. Okay. What else was I gonna do? Oh, front. Gotta do the front. Almost forgot. PCI covers. Yeah, whatever. Oh, you have to take that off? Dude, I don't need all that. Let's just turn it on. Okay, and then we need our USB. What do we need? OS. Yeah, let's throw that in there. Okay. Control Alt Delete. Nope. Okay, you can't do Control Alt Delete on this, so that's fine. Power. Power again. Yay. Oh, that's loud. What the fuck? That's too loud. Oh, fuck, man. Things tried to kill me. Alright, so we need system info. No. And we're gonna need this. Nope. And where's the power thing? Any power one? This one does not have a power. Whatever. Will it run it? Maybe. We should have that. Yep, we'll get that. And then most of the time your RGB stuff will have a default setting. A lot of times I like the default rainbow setting for a lot of RGB stuff. But obviously if you want to tweak it, then yeah, you get the appropriate software. And I think that's fine. That's fine. All right, let's restart so they show up. And we'll go into the BIOS and make sure XMP is there. All right, where's the RAM? So it's not on this one. Again, you know, it just depends. Sometimes, like you said with yours, it auto does it for you. But you know, you can always check just in case it doesn't. Especially when you change the CPU, sometimes it will like it will like set everything to like the lowest settings or whatever. Check this out and apply. No, I don't want blue. Huh? Where's the lighting effect? Here we go. Rainbow. Let's just do rainbow. Fuck it. That's fine. Let's see what that looks like. Yay! There it goes. It's doing its thing. Motherboard has some kind of lighting on it or something. Okay. Okay. Let's open that. Let's open that. Let's check the system. Temperatures 30s for the CPU. 20s for the freaking GPU? No, wait. Oh, no, wait. What is that? Case temperature. Okay, no. Alright, RAM is at that. Where's our GPU at? Okay. 30s also. Okay, cool. Minimize. Battlefield. Yeah, that's fine. Remember, this is the 5600. So. Okay, now let's check out 3D Mark. Let's just run it. See if we're getting crashes. See if synthetically, should it crash or should it run? Okay, and then we'll add your GPU. Boom, boom. Well, not add your GPU. We'll kind of like imagine what would be the power draw. So it takes into account you can use up to 550, but you're only in the 200, so that's fine. All right. GG, thank you so much, Mr. James, for hanging out. Appreciate the fun quest that you allowed us to go on and check out some parts in the PC Building Simulator games 1 and 2. And we learned some things. I learned that they need to add more CPUs to these games. 100%. All right. So again, you should probably hit Probably 4,900, or not 4,900, 5,000 with yours or more, because of the different CPU. Okay. And there's Jeet's build. Jeet's using a 5800. And then this, what is this thing that I made? This is, oh, this one has a 3950X. Okay. So 3000 series AMD stuff. Okay. All right. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for the chatting and commenting. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, GG. Let's turn up a little bit the music here so we can go out in style. Remember, like I said, even for anybody lurking, if you like this kind of stuff, you know, please definitely, yes, please come check out my streams, because I do play games like this. Hey, buddy. But I also do build stuff. Let me see. Well, it's dark now. Here, let's turn this on. I do things like that, you know, just play around, and then you can see this build here. You know, I play around with stuff. You know, I build things. You know. So what the heck was that? Swiss, thank you, Swiss. Thank you for coming by. So I do some stuff. Which, you know, on my YouTube there's videos up if you like, you can check those things out. But again, let me recommend my boy Jason. This channel is awesome for this type of thing, like what we were doing here. You know, kind of thinking out loud. What parts can go with what parts, you know, what is a good upgrade, all that kind of stuff. So definitely check out that guy. I'm not affiliated. I don't know him or anything. I'm a subscriber to him. I watch his channel. So anyway, but you know, of course, sometimes you can find Jay's 2 cents will do you know, like budget builds or builds within a certain budget. But this guy is constantly talking about your different budget levels, your $500 stuff, your $750, your $1,000, your $1,500. He's constantly doing builds like that and talking about what upgrades are worth it and what aren't. So it's a good channel to add in there with your hardware unboxed, with your Jay's 2 cents, with your Gamers Nexus. You know, you can get all the stats from those guys. But then to like get the practical application knowledge, I like to go to Jason's channel for those. You know, he also tells you about sales. If you follow his Twitter, he'll give you heads up on different deals. So anyway, as I said, thanks everybody for hanging out. We will probably try again tomorrow. But for now, we're just going to call it a day. Thanks, everybody. Ciao. Hope everyone has a good day, afternoon, or night. See you next time.